Welcome back to the program. Before we look at race number 10, don't forget on the website hkjc.com you can catch up with the latest edition of HK Direct. Hosted by Andrew Lejeune and Graham Cunningham alongside of him, they caught up with South African jockey Lyle Hewitson, and the second part of the Douglas White interview. Of course, Douglas training his first winner last Sunday. We'll see whether or not he can train another one this Sunday. He hasn't got that many runners at all. In fact, just one or two from memory, but let's go to the 10th and the lineup for the final race of the afternoon. It's quality, Class 3, 1400 metres. Lobo's Legend is the horse that gets the drop in grade. Follow Me's drawn poorly in 13, Tongue Tie goes on. Kobe Boy from 4. Huang Shan, he did bleed in a trial back on the 22nd of January. Former Chris Waller runner who makes his debut, won his maiden at Gosford. Magnificent Gold Win, Vigor Fame, Cool Team for Zach Purton. And then we go down to Comfort Life. Craig Star, blinkers first time. I Do the Same, blinkers on and the hood. Cheek pieces off. Ever Laugh. And the 8-year-old Great Treasure rising into this class yet again at start number 50. Now, Chun Fa, Cool Team and Comfort Life are the two runners that have been to and from Chun Fa in preparation for our 10th and final event on the program. Right, let's have a look at the speed map to start with, Tom. Good to fast is the expected situation regarding the speed map, and how does it all unfold? Magnificent Comfort Life, are they the two to battle it out early?
Yeah, I think they will be. You can see them up front there. I don't think there'll be too much dispute with those two. You've got I Do there, and I Do in the race is drawn in barrier number 8. So you wouldn't be surprised to see I Do be able to potentially get down to the rail and hold that trailing spot, if not stay one out. Gold Win's an interesting runner. He's got no form at all here in Hong Kong, but he sat handy in a recent trial that did Gold Win. So there is the potential that he could be a horse that could be another one to sit up on the pace, but they probably wouldn't want to sit 3 wide. So he might be able to sit a little bit closer. If not at sitting there, he might be able to get down to the rail potentially from his low barrier draw as well.
All right, we know Vigor Fame's another one that could potentially want to press the issue as well in the early stages. Let's go to the track work, Paul. What do you got for us?
Well, Lucky Times won fresh up before, and he did finish off the season quite nice. He has won once in this grade. He's a massive price at the moment. But look, his work's okay. He's taking it nice and easy. And Lyle Hewitson was doing the work on him, so you can see him under a good hold there. Craig Star, I think he's come back really nice here. Now, he's got the blinkers on. He's going to wear them for the first time. I thought it was a really good piece of work here. He's running away from his stablemate and doing it really nicely. So the blinkers have really sharpened him up, and he did come out of some good form races. And I Do, another one there with those blinkers on. He goes nicely as well, and you can see he's doing it very easily as well. And we know that Chris So has got a good record in with these fresh horses.
All right, well, the man of all trades here at the Jockey Club, Edward Sadler, again roving reporter in the mornings this week. He caught up again with Karis Teeton, who does ride the aforementioned Craig Star.
Craig Star, Karis, who went close to winning on him on a couple of occasions late last season. He's first up, hasn't had a trial. What are your thoughts with him?
Yeah, of course he's done pretty well since he won the first race in Hong Kong, and of course, like you said, he's got a few short head finish, and I think he's a type of horse that he always try his best. I've been begging Danny to put the blinkers on him last season, and I think he's done the right thing that don't put it on last season, because I don't think he was ready for it. I jumped him out last few days ago, and the horse feels very good. He feels like the blinkers has done the trick, so he's a type of horse with the blinkers could get a few lengths into him.
Just looking at some of his races last season, were there times where mid-race he wasn't travelling 100%? Did you just have to work at him at times in his races?
Yeah, this is how the blinkers came in mind, because he seems to have good speed from the gate, and halfway in a race you lose his concentration, and you sort of had to go a little bit on him, and then he go a little bit too early. So you would like him to do a bit by himself. I think the blinkers will help him.
For yourself, we're up to the second meeting of the season on Sunday. Last season was sensational for you, third in the title, 84 wins, your best ever, the first Group 1 win. How are you feeling about this season?
Yeah, of course, last season was good and was very good actually. So that's gone, and we look forward for this season. It's going to be a tough season with lots of good jockeys around, but you know, I'm ready to work hard again, and let's get things going.
Sha Tin there with Edward Sadler. I know you're quite keen on him to run well, Paul.
Yeah, I am. I think he's really improved a lot with his blinkers on. His track work's been very good. He's come into some really good form races, so I think he's going to be very tough to beat.
Tom, are you siding with him in the tips as well?
Yeah, I've got him on top. Craig Starr, like that bit of track work we saw from him. Blinkers on, there's a lot of positives with him.
All right, we're going to highlight another horse here that Paul's had some time for in the past in Magnificent, which of course did win at a massive price for Paul last season at Happy Valley. That's him highlighted out there in a trial recently. And Follow Me, tongue-tie first time, just in behind there as they came around the bend. Of course, again, it was a little bit wet this morning.
You know, the thing with Follow Me is he's come up early favourite, but he hasn't got a good fresh up record. So I'm happy to watch him if he does come up quite short. Magnificent, he was wide the whole way in this trial. But again, another one I'm going to wait until he gets to Happy Valley for him.
Yeah, tongue-tie first time. That first up record's not overly good, and it was a real testing morning here on the all-weather track with all the rain about. But he seemed to close off okay that trial, and Magnificent, I'll be happy to watch him.
Yeah, I'm happy to watch Magnificent as well. Let's go to another trial. Gold Win, 4-year-old by Showcasing. Just 1/4 so far, this guy, from 10 starts in total. But here he is when they cornered in his trial leading in, and it was quite a good effort to the wire.
He's been real disappointing. He was beaten 36 lengths last start back on the 23rd of June. That was in behind Charizard. Prior to that, he went round at just under 20-1 in a race that was won by Win when he was down the track. Best run for fourth behind Encouraging back in March. He was on pace in that recent trial. He was actually on pace in that race where he was in behind Encouraging. So maybe that's the way to ride him, up closer to the speed.
Tony Cruz has had a good start to the season, no doubt about that. Be interested to hear from Jenny, and also keep an eye on the market. Now, let's get the tips firstly, Paul.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Craig Starr. I really like this horse. I think this is a really good race for him. He's come out some really good form races, and he'll be tough to beat. A couple of bigger odds, I do, with those blinkers on. Comfort Life, now he's really well rated now, and he gets the 10-pound claim. So he's going to come in with a featherweight. And Cool Team, I think he'll be get back. He'll run on late. 11, 12, 10 and 8, but I do like the 11.
Yeah, 11 on top for me as well, and that is Craig Starr. Chased home star performance last time out. Follow Me, Cool Team, and I've also got I Do in the mix as well. So 11, 2, 8 and 12. Yeah,
I ended up putting him on top as well, Craig Starr. Lovely horse going forward. I think Lobo's Legend might be one to throw into the exotics. He was only a few lengths behind Fast Most Furious at the end of last season. He ran well in the final race on opening day, so might be one to throw in at a bit of a price. Now, the stats. Where's the stats button? There it is, Paul. And who's the man? Francis Lloyd.
Yeah, Francis, we know he goes pretty well, and you can see he's had 5 wins, 1 second, 3/3 at his last 4 meetings at Sha Tin. 26 there from his 26 runners. He's got some good runners here. Fortune, Happiness, Sunny Power, Sun Fox Under. Really like this one's for you at odds as well. So he's got some good chances, I think.
All right, and the best bet, Paul?
Craig Starr in the last. Really like this Craig Starr. I think he's going to run a really good race. So he's going to be my best bet. And the Francis Lloyd stat I'm going to do is the one there, and he's the one for you. He's the one that I've got made as the long shot. He's currently just on 21. This one's for you, it's called.
6-11. And the play of the day, Paul?
10, 11, 12. Running numbers in race number 10.
With me, I'm with Kobe Opera, race 9, number 2, Sha Tin and Frankie Law, and Can't Stop the Feeling, race 7, number 1 for Chad Schofield and Jimmy Ting first up, and the play, race 4 with Momentum Happy, Supreme Plus and Aurora a Pegasus.
All right, so 9, 2, 7, 1 for Tom. I'm going to go a pair of 2s. Such a Happiness. I think he might have a little bit of class on those runners. And then in race 3, number 14, Money Marshall, who gets in with the lightweight. And my play of the day is in that third race, Joymaster, Natural Flair, Big Bully and Money Marshall. I'm going to take them in a QQP and hope for a little bit of value. So all in readiness for a big day at Sha Tin. Of course, don't forget 2 races coming through from Korea, where Hong Kong will be represented in both. We look forward to your company trackside. Should be a good day, guys.
10 of the best and 2 from Korea.
Yeah, early start. Get up early.
Always do, Paul. Good night. See you at the track.
See you then.